All right. All right. I'm going to leave you out. All right. Man, I'm happy to be here today. I hope you're excited too. Are you excited? All right. That was strong. That was strong. I feel like I'm about to have a heart attack or something right now. I don't know what's happening. I can't hardly see. I don't know how I'm going to read my notes. I don't know. But you know what? It doesn't matter because God is here with us today. And He has a word for you, okay? He's got a word for you. He's going to change this place today. He's going to change lives today. I know it. I can feel it, okay? And I want you to believe that with me because He's going to change some lives here today, okay? I can just feel it. I can feel it right now. I don't know who it is. I don't know why. I don't know what. I don't know what it is. But it's going to change today. And that's exciting. So I want you to be excited with me. I got to catch my breath for a second. Holy cow. That was good. That was good. Man, I love these guys up here. I love this band. I love everyone that puts in a part. The people that did back there, the back wall, we call them the back wall because I don't know, they're the back wall kids or whatever. Like how they do the lights and everything kind of just flows together. That's just, we couldn't do it without them. So I just want to make a point to thank them and their hard work and everything that they do. So that's good. I've got a lot to cover today and I hope I can get to it. But, okay, when Todd talked to me about taking this and I started praying about it, and I got excited, and then I got scared, and then I got excited again, and then I got scared, and then it became really real when he actually wasn't here, and I didn't have anybody to talk to anymore. So that scared me bad, but then I started getting into the Word of God, and I started seeking God, and I started pursuing in a new way, and God started showing me some things, and it's like I was all grown up now, but I'm not. I just started this, okay? I just started. It's like, some of you have had kids. It's like, you think you're ready, and then it happens, and you're like, oh my gosh, what have I got myself into? You know what I'm talking about. You're like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden another one comes out of nowhere. And now you've got two kids and you don't know how to do the first one right. And so now you've got your hands really full. It's like that. And that's what it's been. I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I did this. I'm telling you, it's for real. But it's been a blast so far. And anyway, God's got something that I've been working on, God's been working on me for about a month now, and I don't know those of you who were here when Scott was talking. And when Scott was here talking, I got to give him just a little bit of credit for following what God was telling him to do. He was like putting. I don't even know if it had anything to do with what he was saying or how it was taken, but there was something that he was saying that was clicking with me in a different way, and like it confirmed some things that I had already been thinking about and talking to God about. And then, so I had this message all together and ready, but I didn't know how to display it. I didn't know how to get it out there. And then Shiloh comes up with this idea for this bulletin board, and like there it is. And then I pull up some notes. And I had the same thing drawn. That I realized that I started on these notes like a month ago. Like that's how God works. And see, sometimes we like to get ahead of God, and sometimes we like to try to put our own mind in front of God. But we can't do that. We've got to follow God. Like, when we start letting Him or try to make Him follow us, we get it backwards, and things will come unravel real fast. And when those wheels come off, it turns into a rough ride. Let me tell you, I already tried that one, and I'm good at that. But anyway, all right, we're going to talk about a story today that I talked about, I guess it was about 3 weeks ago, and I'm going to give you a little bit of some insight into the way my mind works. It's scary, okay? It's scary. It's bad, okay? My mind, I don't know. I'm just a weird kid, I guess. I don't know. It just works weird sometimes. Yeah, Daniel's with me. He knows. There you go. I've got somebody. So I'm going to read you this story a little bit, and then I'm going to show you I'm going to take you on a little journey about how God showed me this picture of our church. So we may have to take that clock down back there because if I start watching that, I'm going to really mess this up. No, it's okay. Go ahead. Yeah, start over. There we go. Give me some extra time because I'm way behind already. All right, so we're in John chapter 5. For those of you who have your Bible and want to read along with me, I'm in John chapter 5. Anyway, okay, I guess we'll just start with verse 1. Might as well, right? All right, afterwards, everybody there yet? Everybody there? Yeah. We good? Okay. All right, afterwards, Jesus returned to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish holidays. Inside the city, near the sheep gate, was the pool of Bethesda. And with 5 covered porches, crowds of sick people, the blind, the lame, the paralyzed, lay on the porches. And remember, we talked about how it goes from verse 3 to verse 5. We talked about what that is. Do you all remember that? Okay, some manuscripts leave this out. There was a pool, and this angel would come down and stir the waters, and the first one in won. They got healed. And I talked about that's kind of how religion works sometimes. The first one in, whoever gives the most and whoever does, that's just they win. And religion just kind of works that way. And from my perspective and my view, from what I've experienced in the past. Anyway, we'll keep on going. That's not the point today. One of the men were lying there. One of the men lying there had been sick for 38 years. Okay. 38 years is a long time to be sick. It's a long time. Okay, it's some version says invalid. Like he was basically bedridden. Like he wasn't like just having a bad day sick. Okay, like this dude was bedridden. Like he couldn't move. He was basically paralyzed or whatever. I don't know that. I wasn't actually there, but. But I start, this film or whatever starts playing in my head, and that's how I daydream all the time, and so that's how I picture like this man, and I don't know how old this man was, but he had been sick for 38 years. So if he was like an adult when he got sick, I can't sleep for more than about 5 or 6 hours, and I start to hurt. Does anybody else have that? If you lay in the bed too long, it feels good, but then you go to get up and you're like, oh my gosh, why did I lay there so long? And your back hurts and all this stuff. Like 38 years laying on a mat by this pool, dying to get in so he could be healed. That's a rough day for 38 years. Have you ever wanted something so bad it was painful? But then the next day it didn't happen either. And then the next day it didn't happen either. And then guess what? We get discouraged and we just throw in the towel and we get mad and we get ticked off and we're done. Right. And we're done. For 38 years. I just want to make sure we get that. 38 years. I'm not even 38 years old. Thank you. I feel older some days. When your parents tell you not to do something and you do it anyway, sometimes it takes a toll on your body. But we all know that. We've lived through it. We made it. A little paying for it, but it's okay. Okay, so it'd been laying there for 38 years. And when Jesus saw him and knew he had been ill for a long time, he asked him, "Would you like to get well?" Hey, man, how's it going? You want to get any better? I don't know if that's how it went or not. Hey, man, you want to get well or what? I don't know if it's like that. Hey, man, do you really want to get well? Are you sure you want in this? You know what I mean? Like, I start playing these different scenarios. Like, I wonder how it really happened. And so that's how I start thinking. And the guy, just like the rest of us, we're all guilty. I can't, sir. I can't. I have no one to put me into the pool when the water bubbles up. Someone else always gets there ahead of me. Dang it. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't making excuses. I've always heard this passage preached as this guy was making excuses. Look, I understand. I believe in taking initiative. I believe if we got to crawl, if we got to roll ourselves into the pool, we got to figure out something. You know? I believe in that. And I think God blesses that. But the guy was just being real. Man, I can't. I want to, but I just can't. The sick man, sorry, I'm about to read that over. And Jesus told him, stand up, pick up your mat, and walk. And that is the turning point. That is the turning point, and we've missed it. I think we've missed it forever. And this is what God showed me. Stand up and pick up your mat. And then we got to keep reading. And instantly the man, he was healed. Instantly, right then, he said, get up and pick up your mat. And he was healed. Something was pointed out in this. The number 5 is supposed to represent grace. And this is in John chapter 5. There was 5 colonnades. It just kind of sparked some interest in me. That's kind of cool. Probably all by accident, right? It was by grace. Jesus didn't walk up and say, hey man, do you want to get well? And the guy said, yeah, but I know what you did last summer. No. But I know, do you really want to get well? Because I don't think you do. That wasn't it. Jesus walked up to the worst situation at this whole gathering of sick people. He walked up to one of the worst things, and it's like, dude, do you want it? Do you want life? Because I'm here to give it to you. Because see, when you can't get to the water will come to you. And when you can't get to that grace, the grace will come to you. See, we've had it backwards the whole time. Jesus will come to us. And then my mind started really going wild. My mind started getting messed up. Instantly, the man was healed. He rolled up his sleeping mat and began walking. But this thing is about to drive me crazy. But this miracle happened on the Sabbath. So what? The Jewish leaders objected. They said to the man who was cured, you can't work on the Sabbath, goofball. What are you doing? The law doesn't allow you to carry that sleeping mat. What? I've missed this my whole life. This dude has been laying here for 38 years, and he gets up like yesterday and like we did this morning and gets our stuff and walking, and the Jewish leader is like, what are you doing? Lay back down. He didn't say, holy crap, you're walking. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. You're walking? What happened? We should be celebrating. Throw a party. Let's get everything. Let's get it. No. You see what happened? No, you can't do that in here. What are you talking about? I don't want to be seen with this guy. Hey, stay over there. You know, see what I'm saying? That's how church works. That's how religion works. Somebody will get healed, somebody will get on fire, and somebody will step in and be like, hey, we can't have music that loud. Where's the organ? Hey, Scott, turn that guitar down. Too much metal in that. Jeremy, if you blues it up one more time, I tell you what, just going to turn it off. We'll stick that organ over there in that spot. Can we get some drums that don't actually make noise? Hey, can we put some tape on your cymbals? Hey, let's put some tape. Can we tape some rags on these chants and like we can deaden them down a little bit? 'Cause I want the spirit, but I don't want it to get just too outrageous. You know, I mean, I don't want it to get too. Do you see what's happening here? When I was reading this, God showed me this picture of church. And it got real. And then I started looking at my church, our church, this church, the churches around us, the churches I've been in, the churches I've walked out of. Amen. And I started seeing something. And it got real. And it messed me up. Okay, I'm going to take you on this little journey real quick, okay? I don't have a whiteboard. I was going to use a whiteboard to draw it, but we established Tuesday night in the prayer meeting that my handwriting is terrible and my art skills are pathetic, and I don't need to ever attempt that ever again. But I want to take you on this journey. I want to show you something, and this is the turning point of this place today. We've been in this transition phase, but this right here is the turning point where we turn and we change today. Okay, that's good. That's something to be excited about. Okay, God showed me this body, and I drew this body in my notes. So if you see me doing this, I'm drawing on my whiteboard because I have a hard time expressing myself without having action. So he showed me this body, and I drew this body out on my page. And then I wrote systems underneath it. Your body, okay, when you see a person, you see the outside. Okay? We see the flesh, we see the skin, we see the outside of the body. Hopefully not all of the outside of the body every time. But we see the body, we see the outside. We don't see the inside. Okay? Think of your body. Think of your body, let's say. Let's do that. Think of your body. Your body is made up of systems. The skeletal system, the muscle system. Your mind that's always jacking everything up. The cardio, the everything else. You got systems, and you could break it down as far as you could break it down into the, I don't remember what it's called, the subatomic particles or whatever. You could break, there's system, under 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 system, until we can't actually see it all the way down. And I bet there's even more that we can uncover if we could see far enough, deep enough down. Just like our Bible, just like Jesus, just like his love, if we would just try to take the scope and put it on and just look for it and just see it, we could see that there's more. So we've got this system made up of systems, made up of systems, made up of systems. And then what happens if you hurt your knee? Is Jeremy in here? Did he leave already? Probably outside. He's not paying attention. What happens when you hurt your knee if you don't do anything about it? It's going to get worse. What if you get sick? What if you get some kind of illness and you get sick? Oh, it'll go away. It'll be all right. Doctor says my cholesterol is through the roof. What does he know? Eating more bacon. You see what I'm saying? See, when there is a system failure, we have got to identify it. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you have to take a closer look. Sometimes you have to get some x-rays. Sometimes you have to look real deep and you have to get real far down into it before you really find out what's really wrong with you. You start having some back pain or you start having some kind of pain or something, and you just kind of ignore it, blow it off. It's not anything. It'll go away. And just, I slept funny or whatever. I slept wrong or whatever. And then months go down the road. You don't do anything about it. You neglect it, and you don't change any habits, and you keep doing the same. You keep eating the same. You keep doing the same routines, and then the next thing you know, you've got a full-blown, jacked-up issue that you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And that's when it becomes real. And God reveals that, or the doctor reveals that to you, and you're like, oh my gosh, this has got to change now. I've got to do something now. I've got to fix this now, or else it's over. If we neglect it, it eventually takes a toll on us. Like, I saw Jeremy walk in. I was about to get him. Like, you can ask Jeremy, okay, like, and plenty of you can relate. I've had the luxury of breaking both feet. Not at the same time, but I've broken both feet at different times. And one, I got it checked out and everything, they couldn't do a whole lot. They did whatever they do and stuff. And the other one, I didn't really do a whole lot. I didn't do everything they said to do. And that foot still hurts me. It's still, I can't hardly bend down. It still affects me. See, think about your household as your body. And you have a husband and wife and children. And when you take you as a part of that system, and when you hurt your knee and you can't go to work, what happens? Other things start to suffer. I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm not saying it's your fault that you hurt your knee. Don't get me wrong. But when something fails, sometimes it just happens to fail, and it's nobody's fault. But if we don't do something about it, so that we can get back to work and we can get back on our feet and we can get to doing what we know we need to do, your finances will start suffering, your marriage will start suffering, your kids will start suffering. All that stuff will start suffering, and if you don't do anything about it, guess what? Then you find yourself alone with no wife and kids because she's done left you because you won't get up off your tail and do something. No, I'm just playing. But no, I mean, that's for real. Do you see? That's how we work. That's how the system works. So then God started showing me this vision of inside here. And see, think about the church right now. Not this church, church in general, the body of Christ. It doesn't look very good right now. He's broken down. It looks as though we may be losing the battle at this point. There's so much crap going on, and sometimes it feels like we're losing. I see people walk in and walk out of churches all my life. I've been one of them. Be a part of a system, and something will break down, something will fail, and guess what? I'm ticked off, and I'm not coming back. The system is failing because we're too worried about who's carrying their mat instead of looking at the healing that's taking place and the love that is overwhelming somebody. We're too worried about who's carrying the mat. That's it. Do you get that? Understand that. We're all guilty of it. Every single one of us are guilty of it because something will happen and somebody will get excited and things will start taking place and you're like, oh, they'll get it. They'll calm back down eventually. No, that's the failure. We've got to lock arms with them and we got to start doing something with them and we got to get them involved and we got to love them. Look, it doesn't matter what we did yesterday or last night. We love you anyway. Jesus didn't ask the guy, well, where have you been? What'd you do? How'd you get like this? What happened? Where'd you, were you drinking last night? Did you party last night? He didn't ask all that. Do you see? He said, do you want to get well? Do you want to fix it? And this is something that tears me apart when I hear someone say it about this place right here. And I'm going to show you this analogy. Sam, can I get you as Brandis in here? I need a couple more people to join up with them. It doesn't matter who it is. I just need a couple of volunteers here. Yeah, that'd be good. And I'm gonna place you guys right here. The video people are gonna hate me. I need y'all to get in a circle here. Get in a circle and hold hands. That's good. And then I need one more. One more. Daniel, okay, that's great. No. We're not in their circle. Yeah, where this is another circle. Okay, I need about 3 more right here. 3 more volunteers. It doesn't matter who you are. And I'm not. This is random. Okay. It doesn't mean you're anybody or you're a criminal or anything like that. I'm not talking bad about you. Hold hands and get in a circle and hold hands. And then okay. This is what I see, and I keep hearing this when people come into the church, and they're like, man, I come in and the music's. Okay, let me stop. I went to a restaurant yesterday. The food was good. The service was absolutely terrible. I don't know how they're still in business. The music was good. The preaching was good. But no one talked to me. No one said hi. They just kind of, I don't even know if they knew I was there. That's what I've heard. That's what I hear. That's what I've experienced. And I bet a lot of you in here have experienced the exact same thing and even said the exact same thing. Everything's good, but man, those people are... We're in church. I can't get too far out of line. Come on. You see what I'm saying? And I've been to other churches, and music was pretty good. It wasn't as good as ours, but it was all right. And the preaching was great. The teaching was great. But I don't know that anybody knew I was there. I went to a church one time, and we sat in these seats, and it was close to the front. I don't like sitting in the back because I get distracted by everybody else that's in front of me, and because I start watching what they're doing and all that stuff. So I like to sit in the front, and then. So we go and we sit close to the very front, and we got asked if we could move back there because this is where the members sit. I was like, no problem. Got it. See ya. And that's what it was. To the parking lot. We left. That was it. That's how church works. Every church I've ever been a part of, that's how it works. That's what happens. And we think it's not happening here. We think we are the love of God. But we're not. We're actually over here. See, when I read this story, I didn't get it at first. But God started showing me there's actually 3 systems at work here. And this is the vision. This is the picture of what the church is. This is the picture of what religion has turned his body into. Did we get it? Do you see what I'm saying? You see, it's real right now. We can see it. Because they're like, oh man, it's so cool, but I don't know. And then this is what happens. Well, did you see what they're doing over there? Well, she don't like me because of this, and I wore this yesterday, and I don't know. And like, did you see the pastor, his like jeans were all caught up here, and like, what the heck is he doing over there? And then we start, and then next thing you know, it's turned into this huge mess. Oh, you know what? I saw Daniel post that picture on Facebook last night. Just saw that. I saw that, and I saw that beer that was sitting in the background. I guarantee you he was at a party. He was getting hammered. He was getting laid. He was doing all the stuff. And then he was here at church acting like just nothing's wrong. I'm just kidding. That didn't really happen. For the record, that didn't happen. That's not a real. I'm just saying that's what happens. We see something and we take it and we blow it way out of proportion. We take it and it gets completely out of control. But I'm going to show you something today, and this is our turning point. This is where it stops today, and it changes today. Do you get that? This is what's about to happen right now, okay? You know what? I don't care what you did yesterday, okay? I don't care what you did last night. I don't care. I don't care, because you know what? We're in this together. We're in this together, and we're going to lock arms, and we're going to go around here, and we're going to pick you up. I don't care how messed up you are or how jacked up you are, because I'm taking you with me. This ride's going to get wild. It's going to get uncomfortable. Listen. Don't ever tell me what your comfort zone is, because I'm going to get you out of it, and I'm going to take you with me, because God has work to do, Rick Bell. God has work to do. God has work to do, because you know what? God loves you too, just as much as He loves me, and He loves the person next to you just as much. And He doesn't care what you did or what we're doing. He wants, come on, everybody, come on, join in. We're going to lock arms, and we're going to get together, and we're going to do this together, because you know what? Come on, go ahead. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You know what? Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Come on. Yeah, it doesn't matter. First time, last time, I don't care. You're all in this. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. Come on. It's gonna get wild. It's gonna get uncomfortable. It's gonna get crazy. I don't care. Lock arms with somebody. Come on, I'll help you up. I'll help you up. It doesn't matter, because we're all in this together, okay? We're all in this together. This is our church. This is our church. Come on. We want you to. We want you to. Lock arms with somebody. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Here. Come on. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. I don't care. It doesn't matter. We're going to lock arms today. We're going to lock arms today. And this is what it looks like. Oh, sorry. But this is what it looks like. And this is what it looks like. This is our church. This is what God wants to do. This is where we're at. This is it. This is it. Right here. Get excited today. Get excited today. It doesn't matter where you've been, what you've done. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I love you. Jesus loves you. God loves you, and He wants to take you with us. He wants to take you with us. This is it. This is it. Come on. Lift it up. Lift it up. Lift it up. Lift it up. It starts today. It starts today. Let's listen here real quick. Okay. Now we got it. We got it. Now, this is the thing. Come down just a little bit. This is the thing. If we can get this right here, we've got it, okay? We can lock arms, we can come together. But now what? You know what we do now? Now, we're all facing in. Now we gotta turn around and we gotta open the arms to the people that are in the community, our next door neighbors. It doesn't matter. I don't care if your neighbors are too loud, or they party too much, or they're just all alcoholics. You know what? It doesn't matter. If they need help with their lawn, go help them. It doesn't matter. This is it. This is it, guys. This is what the kingdom of heaven is supposed to look like. We're supposed to be in it together. That's what God looks like. He didn't ask that guy that was laying on the mat what his problem was. He asked him if he wanted to get well. Do you want to get well today? Do you want to get well today? This is it. This is it. This is the turning point. We change it. We got to lay it all down. We got to lay it all down. And we can't look at what they're doing. We got to look at what we're doing. What we're doing. Am I doing everything that I can do to be the love and the arms of Christ? Am I doing that? Okay? That's what we got to do. I don't care who said what, who done what. It doesn't matter, okay? I don't care. It's that we can all lock arms, and we can all support each other, and we can hold each other up, and we can love each other, and we can take the church and turn it around to what it's supposed to look like, okay? We know right now, I'm telling you right now, this is what it's supposed to look like. And if we can just get that, we will see this whole nation change. We will see our communities change. We will see our households change. We will see our neighborhoods change. We will see everything change. I guarantee you. And we can't do it for a couple of weeks and then get comfortable. We got to take another step. And then we got to take another step. And then we got to take another step. And we got to keep driving. And we got to keep going. And we got to keep loving. And we got to keep picking our neighbor up. We got to keep picking our friends up. We got to keep picking everybody up. Look, you know what? You may have had the worst day, but I guarantee you, if you'll get up in the morning and you'll ask God, what can I do for you today, God? He will show you. And you may have the worst day in your life, but you know what? He'll set somebody in your path, and you can encourage them, and you can be nice to them and love them, and that will change your day. This is it. This is it. Look, if you're willing to get in, if you're willing to come along, we will see things in this community that we've never seen before. I guarantee you. Do you trust me? Do you trust me? If you'll just come along, look, it's not going to be easy every day. It's going to get wild. It's going to get rough. It'll get hard. The enemy is going to come against us. He's going to attack us. He's going to try to beat us down. He doesn't like you. He doesn't like you. But you know what? We got her. We got him. We got him. We got him. And you got him. And him. And him. And we've all got each other to hold us. The gates, if we will just put on our compassion and put on the love of Jesus, the gates of hell cannot stand against us. The gates of hell cannot stand against us. The lies of hell cannot stand against us. This is it. And this is exciting. This is day one. This is day one to the new. Day one to the new. Day one to the new. Keep that. And when you wake up tomorrow, guess what? It's day one. It's day one into the new. And then when you wake up Tuesday, guess what? The attack is going to get real. It's going to be for real. And guess what? It's day one. It's day one. And when that attack gets heavy, this is what we do. You reach out. You reach out. Rick Bale, man, I'm struggling today. Will you just pray for me? Or hey, what are you doing afterwards? Can we hang out and talk about things for a little bit? Come on. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. Call somebody. Reach out. Ain't none of us big enough to stand alone. But we can stand together. And I'm telling you, if we'll put that compassion on and wear it, the gates of hell will not stand against it. They won't. This is it, guys. This is it. This is where we change. 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 This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is where we change. Everything changes today. Everything changes today. Okay? You got that? You got it? Okay. Bring it down just a little bit, guys. Bring it down just a little bit. I want to thank those guys. They're obviously the outcasts. They're not a part of our circle. No, I'm just kidding. They're the leaders. They're the ones that's going to help us along. Okay? Every one of us, every leader that's in here is here to help you along. Okay? I don't care who it is. If you got something, you need something. If you're having a bad day, reach out. Everybody's got Facebook. It seems like send somebody a message and be like, "Hey, man, I'm struggling today. I need all the help I can get." We have prayer meeting on Tuesday nights. We have church in here on Tuesday nights. It's not just a prayer meeting. We have church in here. And if you got something, bring it. Bring it. Ask the Cades. Ask them. If you bring something to prayer group, guess what? Because God is going to use somebody in here to bless somebody else. All right? And then Wednesday night, we have band practice. We have youth. And then we're going to start having the midweek thing where it's women's and then men's. not on the same night, but alternating nights so that we can help each other out. We can help our spouses or our friends out with the kids so they can go get fed. And then if we have to, we'll meet on Thursday night. We don't have anything planned yet, but I'm usually up here studying. This is it, guys. This is where it begins. Right here. Give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand. All right, I'm going to pray over us real quick. I'm going to pray over us, and then we may play a song for a minute or whatever. You do whatever you want. After I pray over us, if you need something, find somebody. Find somebody. If you have questions about salvation, find somebody. If you have questions about how we operate, find somebody. If you have anything you need, find somebody, okay? Find somebody. And we'll answer it the best you can. Don't tell me your comfort zone. I'll get you out of it. Rob Brandis. Right, Sam? Yeah. Don't tell me your comfort zone. Don't tell me about comfort zones. Trust me. I was fine sitting in the seats. I was fine playing in the band. Speaking has never been something I could do. Speaking in front of people. I don't know how God does it, but He does it. So let me pray over us real quick before I die of dehydration and a heart attack at the same time. And then after that, you're dismissed. You can find somebody. We may hang around and play a song for a second. And you can lift your hands and worship with us if you want. But you're free.